Hey, what's going on guys? Tim here again. Star Wars The Last Jedi is coming out this coming Friday at the time of uploading this video, and I am super excited. How's it going guys? So today we are doing a really awesome Star Wars lightsaber paracord keychain. So this idea came from my friends over at Creations by S, Paracord and more. So I will put a link down to their original tutorial. They created a kind of toy version of this lightsaber, paracord lightsaber. But what I've done, I've kind of modified their method, and we now have a keychain. So this is super awesome because you can, put on your keys, take it wherever you go. And it's a lot smaller than the original tutorial that they came out with. But this one I think is pretty cool too, a little bit more manageable, and you can bring it wherever you go. All right, so it's super simple and it's a lot of fun to make. We've got a couple different versions. We've got to do our light side and dark side version, of course. All right. So that being said, guys, remember you can check out those affiliate links down below for all the products and stuff I use in this video. And also, if you really want to, you could check out what I have to offer on Patreon. All right, so that being said, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, guys, so I got my piece of paracord here. I'm using blue. I wish I had a lighter blue, but this blue will suffice. It looks pretty lightsaber-like. So I've got that, and one end is clipped off already. We're going to gut the paracord. I'm just going to take my scissors here and clip off the other end. Now we're going to grab the inner strands and take them out, like so. And then on one end, you're going to grab your lighter, and we're going to slightly melt our end here. And then we're going to take our knotter's tool, keep that end nice and wide. So that's what you want on one end. And on the other end, we're just going to melt it and have it closed like so. Okay, because now we're going to attach the fid to one side like so. And then on this end, if you don't have a knotter's tool, just use something pointy. You can use your fid. It's a lot easier with the knotter's tool because it's nice and sharp. I'm going to pierce the sheath of the paracord like that. Okay, so we're going to pierce that. And I'm going to go through this end as well to make the opening a little bit wider and make it easier to get the paracord through. Like so. Okay, now with the fid on the other end, I'm going to poke that through here and then close it up. See? Now that is going to form our loop for the keyring. Okay, so we've used that Manny method to create the loop. That's where the keyring is going to go onto. Now I want my lightsaber to be roughly 4 inches. So this part is up to you depending on how long you want the lightsaber to be. I want it just around 4 so that it's manageable on my keys. And now I'm going to clip it here, like so. So that end is open again. And then now, you see I have my wooden skewer here. I've got a section marked off here. I'm just going to clip that off. All right, so I've got my section of wooden skewer. Now we're going to insert the skewer into the paracord. Should just go the other way. If there's any splinters, they might catch. So put this through here. And try to get it all the way to the very tip end there. Like so. And make sure we have enough space to get the keyring through. There we go. Okay, so now right where this is about to end, again, we're going to take our scissors and clip this off just a little bit. So the wooden stick ends right here. I'm just going to clip it right there so I have a bit of paracord left to melt. Okay, so clip that off. Like so. And then we're just going to take a lighter and give it a bit of a melt. And close that up. There we go. Okay, so be very careful when you're doing that. I always kind of lick my fingers before I touch it. So, okay, we've got the lightsaber blade part done. Now we add the handle. Okay, so I've got that loop done. As you can see here, I just moved it up there. And now we're going to loop on our keyring at this point just to make it easier. So I've got my little spike here just to open that up. And I'm going to use just a simple split ring. Very common split ring. And just going to open up that little gap there. And we're going to try to feed this on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we've got that one split ring on. Now you have options. I have done a second example here. Of course, we have to do a red lightsaber, as I showed you earlier. I'm going to open this up again. And what I've got here, I've got another split ring. It's a nice little brass antique split ring. And I've got a jump ring here, okay? This is just an open jump ring. And this is the pack I bought them in. 7mm, 0.27 inches. So use whatever you can find. This is just another option of attaching the key ring. So we're going to feed this through here. I'm going to take my split ring, put that there. And these are actually soft enough you can bend them with your fingers. I'm just going to end up using my pliers to make it a little easier. There we go. Okay, so for this one, for the Sith one, I used the jump ring, but you can just use a key ring if you want. Okay, now for the last step, we're going to tie the lightsaber handle on. And for this lightsaber handle, I've got my piece of micro cord here. Just start from the middle, and we're going to start tying some cobra knots. Okay, so I'm going to take the right strand, put that over top, left strand on top of that, and then put that through the loop on the right side, like so. Okay, so we're going to move this all the way to the top. We're going to hide that join there. Okay, so pull that. There we go. And just continue tying again. Same left over top like that. Pull it through to the other side. Okay. And just continue tying the cobra knots and tie a section of your handle. So I'm probably going to do maybe about up to here or so. Okay, maybe about an inch. Just do whatever you feel fits your preference. Okay, so just keep tying those cobra knots and tie your handle section. Okay, so I tied that section of the cobra knot. Now we're going to turn it around, and then you're going to start just tying a couple more, maybe 3 or 4 knots back the other way to make that thicker part of the kind of lightsaber hilt. Okay, so same cobra knots. Let's do this over the center and then put that through. Same knot. Okay, so line that up with the very top and pull it shut. Okay, there we go. So I tied about 3 to 4 knots, and that's that. So snip and singe this paracord, or the microcord. And of course I'm going to do the exact same thing with this version. Same process. Tie the cobra knots that way and then just come back. Okay, there we go. We are done. So snipped and singed off the excess paracord, and your lightsaber keychain is finished and ready to go. So you can definitely make one of these and go watch the movie The Last Jedi, coming out this Friday. Super excited for that. Hope you guys are too. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed already, feel free to subscribe as well. So that being said, I will see you guys on the next video.